Hello everyone, this is Dr. Vaughn, and by request I'm looking at a couple of questions from section 8.3 homework. So these are the last two questions, number 14 and 15. They have to do with graphing and then the addition of functions. So here you have a graph of f of x in blue and a graph of g of x in purple, and you're asked to select the appropriate graph for the function f plus g. So what we're going to do is look at the outputs for each of these functions for each associated x, and then compute the sum, which would be the output for the y, and then try to find the graph that matches up. So we'll start over here at minus 5, and on the f curve we notice we don't have a value. So minus 5 is not in the domain of the function f. So we're not going to even look at minus 5. We'll start over here at minus 4 then. So for minus 4, the f function in blue is up here at the value of 3, and the y value on the g function is up here at 2. So 2 plus 3 adds up to be 5. So I'm going to look for a graph over here that when x is equal to minus 4, the y value is up at 5. So this one's a possibility. This one, I'm not quite sure. You know, up here we're at 10, so 5 looks about halfway through. This one's pretty close. Definitely not this one, because this is down at negative 5 or so, and definitely not this one because you're down in the negatives again for the y. So already now I've reduced my choices for the correct answer to either A or B. So now I'm going to go over here to the next x value of negative 3 and look at the x value of 2 and the y value here of 3, although they're switched. You know, this time the y value on the f curve is the 2 and the y value on the g curve is 3. But 2 plus 3 still adds up to be 5. So once again, the y value on the curve that I'm looking for is going to be 5. So already I can tell that the only one that's going to be the correct answer here has to be A, because it's the only one that has a 5 for the x value of negative 4 and the x value of negative 3. We should check a couple more just to be sure. Over here at negative 2, we have a y value of 1 and a y value of 4. 1 plus 4 does add up to be 5. Over here you have 1 plus 4, which also adds up to be 5. And when x is equal to 0, you have 0 plus 3, which adds up to be 3. So A is the correct choice in this particular case. Notice you can use this little magnifying glass if you'd like to see the graph in a little bit larger format so that you can count the tick marks and verify the x and the y coordinates. So we'll check the answer, see that we got it right, and now we'll go on to the next problem. Once again, your graphs may be slightly different. So your functions may be different, your choices over here may be different. That's the way that the Pearson system works. Every time you do this problem, it might do something slightly different. But I hope that you understand the process by which you'd use the graphs in order to find the correct outputs and the correct choice in your multiple choice problem. All right, so now we'll look at question 15. This one's pretty similar, although this one's done out in more of a tabular kind of format. So we have a table with some x values and the corresponding f values and the corresponding g values, and we're asked to find the sum of f plus g evaluated at 2 and the difference of g minus f evaluated at minus 1. So I'm going to open up just a little Word document so we can actually kind of work this out, switch back and forth between the Word document and the values that we have. I hope you can see just the very top of this Word document on this video. So when we're going to take the f value at 2 and the g value at 2 and add those together. So the parentheses f plus g evaluated at 2 is going to be f evaluated at 2 plus g evaluated at 2. And just read those values off of the table. When x is equal to 2, f is 18 and g is 11. So this is going to be 18 plus 11, which is going to add up to be 29. So f plus g evaluated at 2 is 29. Okay, now I'm going to do the second part of this, g minus f evaluated at minus 1. So I want to take g evaluated at minus 1 and then minus f evaluated at minus 1. So the g function at minus 1 is negative 4 minus the f function at minus 1, which is negative 3. Negative 4 minus negative 3 is negative 4 plus 3, which is negative 1. All right, so the first part of this, f plus g evaluated at 2, those are my dogs, minus g minus f evaluated at minus 1 is going to be 29 minus, and then the other value we got for the second part was negative 1. 29 minus negative 1 is the same as 29 plus 1, which is evaluates to be 30 in this case. All right, so this isn't the kind of work you would do on your homework. I'm being a little sloppy with the notation down at the bottom, but I just wanted to type things out on the Word document so you can see how we arrive at the correct solution back over here. So hopefully I'll enter 30, which is what we worked out, and see that we got the right answer. All right, well, I hope this has been useful to you. Good luck on your homework this week. These are a couple of problems from Pearson, 8.3 homework. Have a great night.